Well, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Southside Ice Arena. I'm Matt Gajtka as Cougar Puck Radio continues on as we have our second game in as many days. A 3-game week wraps up for the Cougars as they host, for the first time, the De La Salle Collegiate Pilots from Warren, Michigan, the Detroit area, of course. De La Salle comes in with a sterling record of 10-2, so it should be a stiff challenge for the Cougars, who are trying to make it 2 wins in a row after defeating Jenison last night in a real grinded-out type of game, 3-2, at the Griff's Georgetown complex. In that game, Gabe Sova technically got the game winner with an empty netter in the final minute, but it was Henry Holloman's first point of the season on a slap shot goal from the point that gave the Cougars that 2-0 lead in the second period, which made all the difference in a game that was tight all the way through. Grand Rapids Catholic Central scored the first goal, as they have in many games this year, the majority of the games, in fact. Braylon Outwater scored his first goal in 9 games to put the Cougars ahead in the first period. Then Holloman scored in the second after a 5-on-3 power play for Jenison went by the boards without a shot on goal. So, in fact, it was all about special teams in one way for Catholic Central last night, as the team was 6 for 6 on the penalty kill, including killing off 2 5-on-3s for the Wildcats. 1 in the second period, 1 in the third period. Max Moore got the win, his second in net. He's 2-0 in starts, as he's also beaten Kennewa Hills earlier this year. And, well, now we expect to see Trent Goheen back in the net for Catholic Central as they face De La Salle in this quick turnaround. 6 o'clock face-off last night, 12:30-ish face-off today. I have to break that habit of saying tonight. Today, another afternoon game here at Southside after we had a couple 2 weeks ago between Christmas and New Year. Catholic Central is now 6-6-1 under head coach Mike Slobodnik in his 11th season. And I told you about the special team success on the penalty kill last night. Also, the victory broke a 3-game losing streak and a 4-game winless streak for the Cougars, who were 1-5-1, in fact, going all the way back to December the 1st, previous to last night's win. As for De La Salle, 2017 Division III state champions. They've made the Final Four 3 separate times over the past 12 years. Their only losses so far this year to Detroit, Catholic Central, and to Trenton. On the season, De La Salle has outscored its opponents 49-14. They're a 26% power play team and a 92% penalty kill team. They are just coming off a 4-3 win over Byron Center last night, so neither team's going to have the rest advantage this evening, as the Pilots had to go deep into the night to take care of the Bulldogs on the other side of the rink, behind us through the glass and over on the right side of the Southside Ice Arena if you walk in through the front door. Sean Clark is the head coach for De La Salle. They're coming off a 6-4-1 regular season performance last year. They finished 3rd in the MIHL South. They return 9 of their 10 top scorers and their top goaltender, Andrew Parmentier, who has a .958 save percentage. A couple of top scorers to watch for De La Salle after this opening prayer. We'll get right back to that.
Thank you, Lord, for the gift of life. Thank you for the ability to participate today, whether as a player, coach, official, or spectator. Keep us mindful that our abilities are gifts from you. Open the minds of these athletes to play with pride in themselves, their family, and their school, and perform with the highest respect for their worthy opponents. As always, we do this in your name. Amen. Now let's meet the starters for both schools. First, the De La Salle Pilots. At a defense, number 14, Jake Gangola. A defense, number 19, Mike.
Starting lineups being announced at the Southside Ice Arena. Again, this is Matt Gajtka, and this is Cougar Puck Radio, bringing you another live game. This game number 14 out of 25 this season in the regular season, so 13 down, 12 to go. We can say we're at the halfway point officially of 2021-22, and unlike last year, it's been more of a regular schedule, of course. Knock on wood. A couple of players who are trying to get going for Catholic Central. One got the empty net goal last night. That was Gabe Sova, the senior. He now has 4 goals in his last 6 games, but previous to last night he had been scoreless in 3. And still scoreless, now over his past 5, is Grant Kuykendall, who had 11 goals in his first 8 games, and so far since the Christmas holiday has been unable to get on the score sheet. He had several great chances last night at Jenison, but the goaltender Elijah Verweiss got the better of him on all 4 of those. now it's time for the national anthem, so we'll step aside once again and get ready for the opening face-off. Stay with us on Cougar Puck Radio.
Do the appropriate salute as we honor our country and the men and women who proudly defend it.
All right, moments from puck drop between Catholic Central and De La Salle. The Pilots in town for a two-game weekend as they played Byron Center last night. As I mentioned, 4-3 winners over the Bulldogs in overtime. So Byron Center's been working overtime lately. They've played 2 OT games against Catholic Central over the past month, and again against De La Salle. Last night, well, Catholic Central was happy to avoid OT at Jenison. That one got a little hairy in the end as Jenison scored in the final minute to make it 3-2 and, well, keep things within reach. And they have been within reach for most of the night. Face-off at center ice. Catholic Central in the white. De La Salle in the purple and gold with the white helmets. Distinctive look for the visiting Pilots. And they're back in their own end. Wheeling with the puck, Jack Van Ittersum. Over to Jacob Lawrence as he taps it ahead. Gets around Ian Schweigert. Lawrence centering pass. He gave it to Heilman, who put it between his legs and behind himself, but no one was there. No icing here, as handling the puck is the number 2 goaltender for De La Salle, Benjamin Vanderdonk, with a .896 save percentage and a 1.56 goals against average. This his 4th start of the year. He has a record of 2-1. Andrew Parmentier played last night against Byron Center. Headman pass for De La Salle picked off by Nolan Nemesek, who had a strong hustling game last night. A lot of effort for Catholic Central, but just couldn't find the finishing touch in a lot of situations. Henry Kwiatkowski out at the point. His brother Shane still out with an injury, so it'll be a one Kwiatkowski kind of game for the Cougars tonight. Jax Van Ittersum sends it up ahead into the far wing corner. This is icing against the Pilots. That gives us time to talk about the starting goalie for Catholic Central. Trent Goheen gets back between the pipes as expected. As we have one goalie start last night, Max Moore, who did well in the 3-2 win. And now Trent Goheen with a record of 4-6-1, save percentage just north of 900, and a goals against average of about 1.5. He was in between the pipes for the 3-2 loss in overtime to Byron Center on Tuesday that started this week for Catholic Central. So they broke the losing streak, now trying to make it 2 in a row back on home ice after the quick trip to Georgetown last night. Westrick's in after the puck. Westrick with Nemesek and Gabe Sova. That's the forward line out there for Mike Slobodnik's Cougars. They can't make anything happen. Here's a redirected pass out to center ice, and it's Bololi trying to break his way in, but that's defended quite well by the Cougars. Gabe Sova gains the red line and shoots in. He heads off for a line change. Here's a deflected pass from Jacob Jensen of De La Salle. That hopped high into the atmosphere and was played with a hand by Catholic Central, leading to a face-off that'll come back in Cougars real estate. De La Salle is in first place in the MIHL South. Last year, they went all the way to the regional final before UD Jesuit knocked them out in the, as I mentioned, the regional final. They got 2 wins to get to that point. D3 state champions were the Pilots in 2017, but that whole team has turned over since then. Not a bad collection of Cougars fans down to our right. Yes, it's a Saturday afternoon, but the student section is here again. Alex Sager, number 7 for Catholic Central, gave it away just outside the blue line to Colton Fuqua, and Fuqua's in after his own dump it. Left the puck behind, though. Jonathan Miller, the junior, turns to the sideboards, Now handed that one off back to Fuqua, but he couldn't make the pass out to the point to James Berlotti. It slides all the way back down in behind the De La Salle net, where Benjamin Vanderdonk taps it along. This is cleared up ahead down to our right, and this will be another icing against De La Salle. Well, one of the questions today is who gets their legs under them first. Catholic Central had the slight bit of travel, about 15-20 minutes up the road to Griff's Georgetown, out west of here. De La Salle played here in this rink last night, in this arena last night, I should say, the other rink, and got a chance to probably get to bed a little quicker, but they are, of course, on the road. They made the drive across state a couple hours yesterday. Offside are the Pilots with Jacob Lawrence leading the charge. A couple players out for De La Salle, 2 defenders, James Sigmund and Jack Rivera. Rivera had 10 points in 11 games this year, and Sigmund had 8. So the Cougars won't have to contend with them, but still plenty of players to watch out for, including most notably their leading point getter, Brandon Stabnick, number 21, has 18 points. But now breaking ahead is Wormuth. Wormuth shooting short side, and he fired it wide. He deserved a point last night, did Andrew Wormuth, but he did quite well killing off penalties. The teammates recognize that, even if the box score does not. He killed off about 20 seconds by himself in that second period, 5-on-3 for Jennison. Trying to center that was Outwater, who scored last night. Now Grant Kuykendall breaks this up and drives one on net, head high against Vanderdonk, who gloves it there and holds. 13:40 left in the first period. Nothing on the board yet from the Southside Ice Arena. Other players to watch for De La Salle. Number 13, Seton Heilman with 14 points in 11 games. And Robert Vanderdonk, number 97, a team best 9 goals. Jansen misconnecting on that pass. Another icing against the Pilots. That's 3 in the opening 3.5 minutes. Prior to last night, De La Salle had not skated in a couple of weeks due to the Christmas and New Year break. So Catholic Central should at least have the edge in not having a lot of rust on its game. They played all the way through the break, of course. Face-off win and a clean shot off by Nemesek. That's blockered aside by Vanderdonk. Jansen frees it up for De La Salle. Now it's Gangola back to Jansen near side as the Pilots go D-to-D. Jake Gangola, 12 points, lead all defensemen for the team in purple. This goes all the way back down into Cougars territory. That's where Goheen will play to the far side boards. The bouncing puck, Robert Vanderdonk tried to slug it toward the net, but it bounced over his stick. Dominic Bololi mishandled. Gabe Sova shoots in again, but end of his shift. Nate Sova on the pickoff inside the blue line. Sova bumped off the disc. Slides in behind the net. Liam Watt on it there. Watt drags it free. Centering pass to Nate Sova, and he missed on the wrist shot. Wanted to try to get it off quickly, but there was a Pilot right in his face. How about another icing against De La Salle? Make it 4 in 4.5 minutes. Last night against Byron Center, De La Salle started slow. I was talking to one of the parents here in the stands, but got 3 goals in the second period. Ended up launching 42 shots. They scored 3 in the second. Byron Center came back, got a shorthanded goal along the way before De La Salle wanted an OT. Don't have the goal scorers in that one. Nate Sova now shooting, and a glove save by Vanderdonk. Boy, Nate's got some jump in his skates today. This right in on net. Goheen having some trouble with it, and he ends up covering outside the blue paint. Then he shakes his head to shake loose some of that snow that Jonathan Miller sprayed on him. Different look over at the De La Salle bench. The backup goalie, Andrew Parmentier, is in the penalty box. I'm not sure I've seen a team do that this season. Creating some more room for the skaters, I suppose. On the back pedal, James Berlotti, for De La Salle, and Berlotti has it again. Under pressure from Wormuth, forces the turnover nearly in the low slot, but it's chopped away to the side wall by Desmadrel. That's Brady Desmadrel. The puck was in the arm of Hunter Hoberg of De La Salle. He knocked it ahead to Luke Garner. Garner's high toss. Garner has it again in the faceoff circle, but he's bogged down right there, and it's cleared by Kwiatkowski, Henry Kwiatkowski, the freshman. I mentioned Shane still out. We'll see a lot of number 10 as we saw last night. Braylon Outwater picks off this pass in the offensive zone. Kuykendall follows on. He's belted into the side of the corner boards there. Jax Van Ittersum, a senior for De La Salle, comes out of the pack with the puck. He flips it down the wall. There's Alex Sager, the sophomore, to get on it first for Catholic Central. 6 minutes gone. No goals, no penalties in this one yet. A cross-state matchup. The De La Salle Pilots, hailing from Warren, Michigan. Westrick trying to kick it along in his own end, unsuccessfully. Now it's given over to Seton Heilman, tries to center that pass, but a couple of Cougars had the front door closed off. Now the Cougars take possession. Gabe Sova. Sova looking and driving in deep once again. Vanderdonk stops it there, hands off to Michael Bucci, up the far wall. Cougars pressuring hard, had 3 on that forecheck, and eventually get the puck back. Does Mulvey, but Mulvey hands it off to Dominic Bololi. Bololi wrister from the circle near the dot, fended off by Goheen. Pass to the middle there from Nemesek was intercepted, and De La Salle goes in on the dump and chase. 10 minutes to go in the first period. Held at the right point by James Berlotti. Berlotti down the wall. Gabe Sova intercepts. Sova stick handling nicely, but his pass eludes the reach of Liam Watt. Jacob Jansen backpedaling and wheeling in his own end, but his dish bounces off the stick of Berlotti right to the Cougars again. Not a lot of offensive flow for either side yet. It's been mostly one and done. Wristed into the O zone by Ian Schweigert. Schweigert had an assist on Gabe Sova's empty netter last night. Centering play by Nate Sova, and Ryder Mulvey just missed the net. Ian Mulvey again connecting, but that time doesn't result in a goal. High toss by Robert Vanderdonk, right in on goal. Trent Goheen says, I'll take that, and stop the music with 9:27 to go in the first. It was a rare night for Catholic Central. The Cougars had just 12 seconds of power play time against Jenison. They were shorthanded themselves 6 times. There were some close calls, maybe a couple of missed calls from the Stripes last night, but I guess that's always the case. Nobody's perfect. Jonathan Miller overskates. Here's Kuykendall. Would have been onside, but he left it. He thought it might have been offside as he doubled back to tag up. Unfortunately there, deflected out of play as the puck over the De La Salle bench and just off the hand of the photographer standing on top of the bench wall. He has a few words with the Catholic Central bench. Gotta have some courage to stand up there, I'll say that much, especially without protection, and pucks can go zooming into that part of the ice. Drive from the point by Colton Fuqua, gobbled up by Goheen. We'll do the face-off again from the Catholic Central zone. Just one game next week for the Cougars. That's Saturday at Patterson Ice Arena against Forest Hill Central. So they'll pay a visit to the Rangers. Second of 3 games at Patterson scheduled this season. Catholic Central also beat East Grand Rapids there the Saturday before Christmas. That teddy bear toss game. Memorable for many reasons. For that and for the fact that CC came back from 1 down to win it 5-1. Goheen holds onto this puck behind his net, shoves it away with the big goal stick. Nemesek yanks it further. Now it's taken by Westrick, who pokes it along into the offensive zone. Gabe Sova On it here. Trying to take this puck away from Jacob Jansen, but strong play from Jansen, who has his head up. Makes the pass off the boards, off the stick of Hunter Hoberg, number 87. A few higher numbers on De La Salle. We've got an 88, an 87, a 97, a 71. I guess a 57 if you want to call that a high number. Catholic Central, very traditional number scheme. Nothing over 30. Jam try, score! Jacob Lawrence made it happen himself. And with 8:07 remaining in the first, De La Salle has the opening strike. That came out of nothing from behind the net. Lawrence just walked to the front and I guess stuffed it between the left pad and the right post against Trent Goheen. No assist there on the even strength marker for Lawrence, his second of the season. So the checking line forward is heard from. Catholic Central's going to work from behind. Rare situation this year. Henry Holloman had a goal last night. He stepped up there, but he missed the puck. Now Liam Watt has to cover for him behind the net. He's fully capable. He's got a defenseman-like frame, does Liam Watt. Emerging from behind the goal is Hunter Hoberg, or pardon, Vanderdonk, I should say, Robert Vanderdonk, leading goal getter for De La Salle on the year. Now the handoff for Heilman, couldn't get the shot off. He was confronted by a couple of Cougars in the right face-off circle. 1-0, De La Salle on the Lawrence goal. Goheen hands it away behind the net. Now a centering pass blindly right through the slot, looking for Brady Desmadrel. That doesn't connect. Cougars turn it over. Gangola wants to shoot it. That was blocked by Nate Sova. Side of the net, Goheen. Can he find it? He does, with Desmadrel right in his kitchen. So there's the wake-up call for Catholic Central, down 1-0. Both teams trying to rebound, get their game legs under them after playing last night. 12:30 start. Did neither team any favors, but I'm sure De La Salle wants to get back home at a reasonable hour tonight. It's part of the reason why. Also, rink scheduling. It's never as easy as it seems to fit these games in a busy complex like the Southside Ice Arena. Wormuth, little dipsy-do move to get around Gangola to the left side boards. Kuykendall going after it. He checks Gangola back there. But the puck returned to center. Preston Berta handed it away to Desmadrel, but nice job on the back check for Outwater to pick it free. Gave it up in the neutral zone, but right back to Catholic Central. Now right back to the Pilots. Miller forced it ahead. Wormuth got knocked down in front of his bench, and he'll go off for a change after making sure the puck was safely away from that area. Goheen spins it from behind his net. Westrick is on a loose puck here. Westrick up the far wall. Nemesek with 6 minutes to go in the first period. Jacob Lawrence has the first goal of this game for De La Salle, and this is an icing against the Cougars. The Cougars lost opening night, then they ripped off 5 wins in a row. Dropped a couple at the Showcase in Gaylord, came back to beat East Grand Rapids, and then they were winless in 4 before last night. De La Salle's now claimed a couple in a row after a loss to Trenton back at home. Gabe Sova lifted that one just inside the glass, stays alive, and it spins all the way over to the far corner. Michael Bucci, headman delivery. That's intercepted by Catholic Central's Ian Schweiger. But the Cougars give it up to Bucci again. Bucci hammers it off the side, kick plate, and that goes for an icing again. 5:32 to go in the first period. The crowd continues to file in. Not a lot of folks on the De La Salle side, as you might expect. That's quite the hike if you're not related to somebody on the team. The visitors in purple, the Cougars in their home whites with the blue helmets, blue pants, gold trim and names and numerals. Watt taps it to himself. This is hacked up into the De La Salle bench. this game will end a stretch in which the Cougars have played predominantly at home, even when they have been the road team like they were on Tuesday against Byron Center. Since returning home from Patterson, here's a shot from the point that's deflected and saved by Goheen. The Cougars have played now 5 of 6 here at this arena. They have 3 wins at home, 3 wins on the road. Outwater back to take this. Gets his motor rolling. Outwater's going to try this near wing. His backhand partially gloved down by Jake Gangola, but Outwater's on it again. From behind the net, he fed it to the far corner. Wormuth hops on the puck. Wormuth's pass, though, interrupted by Vanderdonk. But the Cougars still keep it alive. It's Kuykendall, who had several great chances last night. He might just need a bounce to get his positive vibes going again. Turning away from pressure, Outwater again. Outwater wanted to leave it there for Kuykendall. Kuykendall jammed it, but lost control to Gangola. Gangola, the senior, ends up hoisting that into the stands on this near side. You might have heard the bleachers bang around. A couple of notable NHLers are grads of De La Salle. Dan DeKaiser of the Detroit Red Wings currently is an 08 graduate. Also Craig Willanen, if you're an older NHL fan like myself, you remember Craig from the Colorado Avalanche. He's an 85 grad. He won the Cup with the Avs, also played for a couple of other NHL teams. Jonathan Miller centering. That's intercepted by Catholic Central. Up ahead with it comes Nemesek in the corner. Nemesek, good burst of speed. Has to control the puck as it bobbles on him a little bit. Cougars changing behind the play. Cycle game on. Here's a centering pass looking for Nemesek as he broke toward the slot, but it's away from his reach. Gabe Sova pinned to the wall now by Gangola, but the Cougars turn it over again. Miller on it with 3:33 to go in the first. Miller driving against Holloman. Miller shot it, and back to get a piece of that shot on the block was Ian Schweigert. Good job there to help out his defense partner. He could sense that Holloman was a step behind Miller on that rush. Sova on the dump in again. Berlotti has some room up right wing. Berlotti trying to skate it all the way himself. Ran into resistance, broken up. Nate Sova has the puck. Nate shoots that one, and that's off the leg of Stabnik, who got a knee down. Top scorer for De La Salle, can also play a little defense. Ian Schweigert pops it ahead. There's Stabnik right in front of his own goal with that wheeled pass, and the Cougars take advantage of that turnover. Nate Sova. Liam Watt back to Nate Sova. Late stages here in the first at Southside Ice Arena. Thanks for watching on Cougar Puck Radio. Luke Garner now. Couldn't clear. Wristed toward the net by Schweigert, and that bounced wide. Hunter Hoberg hammers it off the boards, and it jumps off the skate of Sager of Catholic Central and back into the Pilots bench. 2:26 showing on the first period clock. If you're looking for highlights from last night's game, I didn't get a chance to put those together this morning, so I'll get everything up, both game highlights on Cougar Puck Radio on the channel there before the end of the weekend. Angle pass ahead. Jacob Lawrence, the goal getter for De La Salle, wanted to go back to the point, and Seton Heilman would have been offside. He couldn't keep it alive. Now here are the Cougars. Wormuth taking the pass from Kuykendall. Wormuth's backhand hit the outside of the frame. Jansen. Now Wormuth runs into Jansen. Penalty coming up, and I think it's going to be against De La Salle. Roughing is the call. First penalty of the game. Well, excuse me, it's Braylon Outwater who's guilty here. He collided with one of the Pilots, and I thought that the whistle sounded when the Pilots touched it, but either way, the penalty will go against Catholic Central. Outwater 2 for the rough with 1:57 remaining in the first. First power play for either side. De La Salle scored on an unassisted goal from Jacob Lawrence midway through this period. Now a chance in front. Backhand save by Goheen, and the net comes off after Keegan James broke right to the goal. Haven't called his name yet today, but he shows up in a big spot, and Goheen comes up larger. We have some lovely Catholic Central programs now available if you come out to a game in the second half of the season, which officially begins today. A shot from the faceoff by Vanderdonk, absorbed by Goheen, and we'll face it off again, same circle. Anyway, as I was saying, those programs are available for purchase. So plenty of home games coming up. Face-off win. There's Keegan James sending it across to Jacob Jansen, who wrists it wide from the left point. Robert Vanderdonk. He's got 4 power play goals out of his 9 total. Now hands off to Stabnik. He goes near side. That's Fuqua. Now to the point and a wrist shot by Des Madrill that didn't get through. 90 seconds to go in the first period. James off for Vanderdonk. Des Madrill's wrist shot. That was blocked on the way from center point. Cross-ring pass comes right to James, backhand shot, and it goes wide of the net after his forehand was blocked. And again, the net's off, well off its pegs, with Brendan Stabnik right there in Goheen's personal space once again. 1:20 remaining on the power play, but with 1:16 to go in the period, we'll just go by that clock, the ladder clock, the period time. So Catholic Central's got to come up with another penalty kill. They had 6. They were flawless in 6 chances, was this unit last night. In that 3-2 win against Jenison, that was a relief to get the team back on track. They're now 5-5-1 against OK conference competition. Cougars hanging out in 4th place right now in the Roo Division with 11 points. Off the tie-up, the Pilots have it. Out by the point, Gangola. Now he'll go near side. Heilman wristing off the stick of Goheen, I think. Lawrence reached up to deflect it as well, but I don't think he got it. Maybe he did. Yes, the faceoff comes out of the zone. I kind of thought that sounded strange for a goal sticks type of save, a blocker save. So with 1:05 remaining in the period, the faceoff is in the neutral ice area. Seton Heilman for De La Salle lost that faceoff to Catholic Central's Andrew Wormuth, one of the co-captains. 5-man senior class for Mike Slobodnik's team. Gabe Sova, Kuykendall as well. Here comes Jacob Lawrence, though, for De La Salle with 3/4 of a minute left. To the point. Gangola couldn't get the shot through, but it still bounces free between the circles. And cleared by the Cougars. Wormuth got there to flush it up the wall. Nearly a turnover here. Gabe Sova pressuring hard, and Gangola spun away from that pressure to keep the puck safely in purple possession. Jansen lifts it in. Stays in play off the corner glass. Vanderdonk swung it around. Good play to find Heilman. Out to the point, and a drive goes wide from Gangola. Cougars should be able to clear this one. It's Schweigert up ahead and tossed into the bench. Off the stick of Jansen, I think. Yeah, the faceoff will be out at center. 9 seconds to go in the first. 13 seconds to go on the power play. And that's shot off the partition. It stays in play. The partition separating the bench from the glass on the side wall. Dumped down the ice by the Cougars. And that's it for the first period. 4 seconds to go on that Braylon Outwater roughing penalty, but it'll take something close to a miracle for De La Salle to score on that, so we can probably safely call this one a successful penalty kill for Catholic Central, as they'll take that positive momentum into the dressing room here at the Southside Ice Arena. 1-0 De La Salle over Catholic Central after 17 minutes of play. Jacob Lawrence, unassisted goal, just about 10 minutes into that frame. All right, we'll take a break on Cougar Puck Radio and bring it back for the second period. Stay with us on this Saturday afternoon.
I'm on the lanai and I'm hollering and screaming.
That's what sports will do to you, man. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. 1-0 De La Salle after one period of play from the Southside Ice Arena. I'm Matt Gajtka. This is Cougar Puck Radio on YouTube, streaming live, and after the fact, you can watch it too. You can break it all down, break down the tape, play coach if you want, or just play fan, trying to relive some of the big moments of the season. Like I mentioned, we have highlight reels from each game that I did. I didn't get a chance to break down the games that Reagan Cleaves called, the former voice of Cougar Puck Radio. He filled in for me a couple of weeks ago when I was out in COVID protocol, so big thanks to him to keep the ship on course. And now here we are in the second half of the season, calendar year 2022. So happy to have you with us. Catholic Central will attack the net down to our right in this first period, dressed in their white home uniforms, predominantly white with the blue and gold trim. And we're off in period number 2. Schweigert bodied to the end wall by Jacob Lawrence. Power play is over for De La Salle. They just had 4 seconds to work with to start this period, so a little unfair there, but hey, that's the way that the time shook out. Braylon Outwater's out of the box, and Catholic Central has now killed off all 7 power plays that they've gone up against in this weekend, this 2-game weekend. They started with a 3-2 win against Jenison yesterday. That was on the road. This one's at home. And a big cross-state battle against De La Salle and the Pilots. Weird bounce off a partition, puts the puck in the possession of Ian Schweigert. He shot into the O-zone, but right back into the hands of De La Salle's Seton Heilman. Up this near side, Michael Bucci shoots in behind the goal. Hacking at it there was Hunter Hoberg. De La Salle with 10 seniors on this squad. It was a winning season last year in the shortened COVID year, but a loss in the regional final for the Pilots. Do bring back 9 of their top 10 returning scorers, so they're at 10-2, and that's no surprise. Wormuth, definitely a tough part of the schedule for Mike Slobodnik's Cougars as Wormuth tries again to get it out. It's off the skate of Garner toward the middle, and Schweigert has to usher it away to the sideboards and to safety. Nemesek wedges it free. Wormuth takes a bump, keeps on going. He's a strong skater, Andrew Wormuth. One of 4 seniors, along with Gabe Sova, Liam Watts, and Grant Kuykendall. And Wormuth wears the C on his chest. One of a couple of Cougars to share those honors. Pivoting with the puck in traffic, Jonathan Miller. He forced it up ahead, but intercepted by Gabe Sova, who had a goal last night. It's now 4 goals in 6 games for Sova. He scored 2 at East Grand Rapids. That was 3 weeks ago now at this point. Brendan Stobnick, he's been kept under wraps by Catholic Central so far. He has 18 assists coming into today in 12 games. Actually, could be more because the box score for last night's game wasn't posted on MI Hockey Hub. Bouncing shot from the point by Zach Westrick. That missed it. 14.5 to play in the second period. This redirected ahead. No icing here. It was touched ahead of the red line. Heilman was chasing for De La Salle. Now he's on the puck in the corner first. Berta with a strong check. Pins Van Ittersum to the wall. Watt gloves this one down, head high. Just inside the blue line, Cougars still trying to put a couple passes together. It'll be Holloman driving it up the wall, beyond the reach of Nate Sova. And so now it's Jake Gangola emerging from behind his net, building up some speed. Gangola, 11 points on the year. Wading into deep waters there, lost control of the puck, but here's Van Ittersum taking it back out to the point as the Pilots work high in the O-zone. Vanderdonk now down low again. Van Ittersum, the senior, leads his team in penalty minutes. Vanderdonk to the end wall, takes the high shot, and the 9-goal man missed it well high. Stayed in play just barely and swung out of the zone by the Cougars. Back to retrieve Stobnick, but he won't need to. It's icing against the home team. De La Salle consists of 10 seniors, 5 juniors, and 5 sophomores. Make it 6 juniors. Upper class heavy team for sure. Catholic Central, I mentioned, just the 4-man senior class. Plenty of juniors and sophomores on this squad, in addition to 2 freshmen, Brody Potter and Henry Kwiatkowski. Kwiatkowski plays a lot of minutes on the blue line. Doesn't seem like a freshman at this point. And no, you'll hear coaches both in high school and college say that halfway through the year they're not freshmen anymore. So I suppose that's the case with Henry Kwiatkowski, who's played a ton. From behind the goal, the Cougars try to make something happen. They've only got a handful of shots on target. Haven't really tested Ben Vanderdonk that much in the De La Salle net. Wormuth tries to change that, but his wrister flutters wide. I think that was off the stick of Brody Desmadrel. High flip out of the zone, relieves the pressure for the Pilots. Back is Schweigert, off the sideboards, but right to a Pilot. That's Desmadrel. Filters into the corner, now feeds it back out high for a wrister by Stabnik that didn't get through. Blocked in front of the net. And a penalty's on the way, and the penalty will be against the visiting team this time. A hook against De La Salle. That'll send Catholic Central to the power play for the first time today. 12:35 left in the second. The penalty goes against Dominic Bololi, the junior. And the first real power play of the weekend, we hope, begins now for Catholic Central. Scramble off the faceoff. Wormuth takes the puck from the point. Shoved it wide of the net on a little saucer play. Now it's cleared past Gabe Sova. Wormuth has to backtrack for it. He chops it up ahead, and there is Gabe Sova in good puck support position to take it. He gains the offensive blue line. On the dump around, it's jammed by Gangola. Couldn't clear it past Ryder Mulvey, who did a nice job closing down the wall. Mulvey exchanges with Wormuth. Now to the far side, and Gabe Sova. Wormuth, near side. Here's Nate Sova. Goes cross-ring to his brother, but the puck bounces over his stick at the circle. Cleared to the line, but no further. Wormuth down to a knee to keep it alive. Gabe Sova's pass. Blocked by Colton Fuqua. To the corner, Jake Gangola can't clear. Again, the Cougars tenacious on the forecheck. Keeping this power play possession alive. 50 seconds into it, they've had the puck for almost the entire time. Kuykendall moves away from the front of the net to try to help out on the sideboards. It's Mulvey. Long shift here for this fivesome. Back to the point, Wormuth. Now, top of the circle, it's Sova. Nate Sova's shot was blocked. Blocked, and it comes out to center. He's got to retreat with Keegan James getting in his kitchen. Wormuth lead pass, partial breakaway, Ryder Mulvey's in, and his shot knuckles off the padding of Vanderdonk. Didn't get a lot on that. Might have been actually blocked from behind. It was hard to tell. 30 seconds to go on the power play for Catholic Central. They've got the one good chance and plenty of possession time, but they'll have to chase this one as it's cleared by Jax Van Ittersum. Trent Goheen hands it off. He's only been beaten once. Really, it's been a pretty defensive game. Both teams have played solid positionally. Nemesek around the outside. 10 seconds left on this quickly elapsing power play. Ian Schweigert back to Nemesek. He closes and fires, and it's off the stick of Vanderdonk. Westrick with time running out in the power play. It's over. He closes in front and scores! Zach Westrick takes it himself just as the penalty expires, and Catholic Central has tied it 1-1. 10:31 to go in the second period. It's a new hockey game. Zach Westrick has his first goal of the year, the sophomore. How about that confidence, just coming right out of the corner and jamming it home. It is an even strength goal, although give an assist to the Catholic Central power play, which kept the puck for a long time, probably wore out the Pilots a bit, forcing them to backtrack, and as it ended up, they let Westrick go right to the goal, and he stuffed it by Vanderdonk. So the Cougars are on the score sheet, and here we go. See how it develops from here. A lot of times you can try to strike while the iron is hot. Watt on his backhand. Liam Watt shooting low. Save Vanderdonk. Rebound. Mulvey overskated just barely. It was flicked away from the front of the net by Jacob Jansen of De La Salle. Just as I say that, it's funny how goals can change the complexion of games. This is icing against the Pilots. Didn't catch if there were any assists on the Westrick goal, but really it was all him, even if there are assists. So now that's 4 points on the year for Zach. The goal to go with 3 helpers. Sometimes the seas just part for you, but you got to have your head up to know when the opportunity arises. Under 10 to play in the second period. We're tied 1-1 from the Southside Ice Arena. This is Matt Gajtka, and this is Cougar Puck Radio. We're here live for you. Preston Berta did a wonderful job keeping that puck alive in the offensive zone, but losing control was Nemesek. Back with it come the Pilots. To the outside, Keegan James put it right into the middle of the ice, and there were some bodies there for both teams, but fortunately for Catholic Central, player in white came out of there with it. Goheen handles at the back apron of the net. Berta will take control. Finds his man Gabe Sobe up the far side, and a bouncing puck right on net. Oh my goodness. Vanderdonk had to reach across his body to tap it away, or else it would have bounced in. When that puck hits the ice on the shoot-in, you never know how it's going to deflect. Bobbled around a little bit there. If it doesn't land flat, it's anybody's guess. That's why you see a lot of goalies in that spot come out and try to smother it on the bounce, but I'm not sure that was an option for Ben Vanderdonk. This is Vanderdonk's fourth appearance of the season. Makes sense that he gets a look here because prior to last night, De La Salle had not played in a couple of weeks. So you want to get both goalies a look here coming off the extended layoff. Schweigert to the point with it. Wormuth shot it and missed everything. Wormuth, by the way, playing defense today. Versatile player. Oh, no, he's back now. He's playing the point on the power play. And just a very defensively sound player. So a lot of times it does look like he's back on the blue line. In this case, puck deflects out of play, and Wormuth and the Cougars are going to have to take the face-off in their own end. Just adjacent to that USA Hockey Dasher board sign on the face-off, won by Wormuth. The centerman does the job there. Schweigert backtracking, 8.5 to go in the second period. A 1-1 game on the Zach Westrick goal, his first of the year. Brady Desmadrel lost command of the puck. Here comes Wormuth. Wormuth left it behind for Outwater. Kuykendall will take, and a strong backhand dump in. Finds the stick of Brady Desmadrel again. Holloman down the wall. He scored last night. Now he feeds this ahead. To the far side. Outwater jams it deep again. Cougars get a change. Bololi tried to tap it along. Didn't work the first time, but it did the second time to Desmadrel, who's rung off the puck as he gains the blue line. Berta changes the flow of play. Off to Colin Hoffer, and his attempted chip out to the neutral zone ends up in the bench of the visiting side. Thanks for watching. About an hour into today's broadcast. Just about halfway through this game. A little bit more than that now, with 7:36 remaining in the second period. We play 17-minute periods in Michigan high school hockey. Trent Goheen stopped that puck behind his net on the shoot-around. He hasn't had much action in this period, really. The Cougars have played a strong second. This one's well too hard, though. Shot ahead by Berta, and that'll bring the face-off back on an icing. See, we have over 30 live viewers. Good turnout on this Saturday. Beautiful day out there, if you like it cold. Much warmer inside, even though we're staring at the rink. Cleared out by the Cougars. This is Nate Sova. Sova tries the elevator pass to Liam Watt, but it eludes his reach. Watt, though, rides his man Gangola into the corner. That creates some havoc. Spinning away from pressure, Van Ittersum gave it away to Nate Sova. Liam Watt wanted to turn it on goal, bouncing in the low slot, and it's slugged out to center by the Pilots. Henry Kwiatkowski. Felt like he had the puck for about half the game last night. Not so much today, but now it's sent up ahead, and here comes Jacob Lawrence, the goal scorer for the Pilots, and he put it wide of the net. Wanted to go far side with that one, but he pulled it across his body. As I was saying, Henry Kwiatkowski played a ton last night. He was out there for all those penalty kills. I continue to be impressed by the diminutive freshman. There's a penalty coming up, though, against Catholic Central. That'll put De La Salle on the power play, and it was Henry Kwiatkowski. I guess I jinxed him. 6:28 to go in the second. Second power play for De La Salle coming up. And it's a hold. Just the third penalty of this game, and that's usually the case when you have teams that don't play each other a lot. You're not going to see that much contentiousness, at least you don't think, and at least not early in the game. That can build over the course of a day or a night. So Catholic Central short for the 8th time this weekend. They're 7 for 7 at this point. There's a deflected pass by Wormuth, and there's a clear from Ian Schweigert. Drew Schweigert not active today. So we have one Kwiatkowski, one Schweigert available to Catholic Central today. So we'll just stick with the last name only in that case. Gabe Sova pokes the puck away. Schweigert's shot, and a save by Vanderdonk. Pardon me, that was Wormuth who put it on net. Wormuth now pursuing the play. As out with it comes Brady Desmadrel. Desmadrel to the circle, wristing low. Goheen makes the easy save with help of the stick. And it's jammed around and out by the Cougars. 1:20 remaining on the penalty to Kwiatkowski for holding. 5:44 left in the second. And a 1-1 game. Gangola to the middle. Gets this pass back from Seton Heilman. Van Ittersum pulls up. Drops it. Gangola goes center point with it. Here's Jansen. Feeding to Gangola. Fake the shot. Now he'll go over to the far side. Heilman wristing high of the net. Might have been deflected. Pilots on that loose puck again. The captain, Jansen, goes cross rink. Now it's Gangola setting up. Back to Jansen. Wristing. Save Goheen. Loose puck. A big save by Goheen. And it goes wide of the net. What a chance. What a save from Trent Goheen, keeping it tied up. But the Pilots still have it. Jansen, center point, far side. Heilman wristing. And that's deflected out of play. 32 seconds to go on the power play. And write that save down. In fact, I am for the highlight reel later. Goheen made the first save on Jansen, I believe. Then the follow-up chance, I'm not sure who got to it there. Might have been Gangola. Either way, it was a great opportunity on the forehand in the slot, and Goheen booted it out. It's one of those cases where I wish we had instant replay at our disposal, but I'll have to take a look at it later. To the far side, Fuqua shooting. Goheen's got this one too. 18 seconds left on the PP. Cougars and Pilots tied at 1. Late stages, second period. This afternoon special here in Byron Center. Desmadrel will take this face-off for the boys in purple, and he wins it with the help of Keegan James. Out to the line, Jansen passed it beyond James. Been a good power play for De La Salle, but Goheen's kept him off the board. Centering pass goes into the corner. Desmadrel retrieves it, gives it out to Jansen. Back to Desmadrel, right circle. Down to 1 second to go on the power play. It's over. Kwiatkowski's out of the box. Desmadrel's shot was blocked. Gets it right back. Back toward the front, and we might have another penalty, and it might be against Catholic Central again. It's interference. The whistle sounded. No, it's slashing, pardon me. No, they're going to go with interference against Catholic Central. So one power play over. Now another one begins for De La Salle. Preston Berta is the guilty man this time for basically checking a man who didn't have the puck. So back to the grindstone for the penalty killing unit, which is now 8 for 8 on the weekend. Don't want to go to that well too many times, though, if I can mix my metaphors. Nate Sova trying to get to this puck and does. Behind the net it goes. But it's back in the hands of Jax Van Ittersum. Jacob Jansen. Center point, Gangola. Far side, Heilman. He's been a trigger man over there on the right wing. Now it's Gangola blasting, but that's well wide of the net. The rebound comes out to Jansen. Couldn't get it on goal, and it's pumped out by the Cougars. Here comes Nate Sova. Cutting against the grain. Sova's got a shorty this year, but he's dispossessed. Gabe Sova follows on, though. Numbers 15 and 12 working in the offensive zone right now, shorthanded for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. 3:44 remaining in the second period. Now it's a De La Salle push. Testing Trent Goheen in the penalty killing unit. Back-to-back power plays for the Pilots. Van Ederson behind the net. Pass in front, intercepted and cleared down the rink by Gabe Sova. Nate Sova's in pursuit, forcing Jansen to hand it off quickly. 1 minute gone on the power play. Berta in the box for interference. Gangola looks one way, now passes the other on right wing. Colton Fuqua trying to use his speed to get around defenders, and he does go all the way around the zone, making a full lap nearly. Back to Fuqua, has some room. Now he'll feed it over for a wrister from Des Madrigal. That's off the stick of Goheen into the screen. 39 seconds left on the power play. Penalty kill face-off for the Cougars. Wormuth just trying to nudge it ahead. Couldn't quite get there in time. And now it's jammed around and out by Catholic Central. 2:46 left in the period. 25 seconds left on the power play. Ryder Mulvey overcome there by his opposite number, Brady Desmadrel. But hey, Mulvey's doing his job. He's keeping the Pilots pinned in deep. Up ahead with that pass. Stabnik redirects it ahead. Goheen well out of his net, and he jammed it right past Stabnik. But out to the point again. A wrister from Fuqua, and that was blocked in front. Well, Goheen made a little excursion there, and it helped out. It helped kill some time, and the power play's over again. De La Salle's 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Make that 9 straight penalty kills for Catholic Central on the weekend. This time, Wormuth hoists it into the rafters at the Southside Arena. So now, can the Cougars push back here? They've been on their heels because of the penalties against them. 2 in this period, back-to-back. You know, a coach wants to get some of the players that were on the bench for those situations involved immediately after that, but also he wants to push the pace here offensively. Gabe Sova's pressure forces an icing against De La Salle. That'll help the cause. 1:49 left in the second. So here's the line now out for Catholic Central. It's Mulvey between Nate Sova and Liam Watt. Watt on the right side, Sova on the left. Nate Sova distributes this back to the point, and Kwiatkowski lifted it down the wood. Nate Sova's there. Loves the spot behind the net, trying to make plays from that position. A player who's pretty decent back in the day, who wore 99, used to like that too. Heilman gave it up to Kwiatkowski of Catholic Central, but he gave it right back to Berlotti of De La Salle. A little bit of neutral zone tennis back and forth, and now it's Gangola for De La Salle. So Berlotti with the Pilots now trying to keep fighting through after they come up short in a couple of power plays as a centering pass, and Van Ederson couldn't clear. Wrister from the point by Berta, and that's deflected wide. I think Vanderdonk got a piece. Kwiatkowski elects to shoot it into the far corner with men in front of him. Berlotti goes to the far wing with that pass, and Heilman can't get it out. Held in there beautifully by Wormuth. More hustle from him with 40 seconds left in the period and a penalty on the way. I think it's going to go back the other way against De La Salle. Want to make sure of the call here. So the Cougars were on the forecheck. Slashing is the preliminary signal. And yes, it is Jake Gangola, the defenseman. The senior's off for 2 minutes. .40 seconds remaining in the second. And this power play, which has been so good all year for Catholic Central, gets a look at a 15th conversion on the year. They've had 14 in 13 games coming into tonight. It's about halfway through the season. It's been a good start for this power play. Mulvey trying to jam it with one hand on his stick. Couldn't get it past the De La Salle defender, Jansen. And this puck ends up in the seats. That is a break for Catholic Central. Shot there by De La Salle, so that means a face-off back in the offensive zone for CC. 23 seconds left in the period. It's Mulvey's duty again at the dot against Brady Desmadrel. Goes forward off the draw. Nate Sova swoops in, can't get the puck, but it's still alive in the O zone. Schweigert has it skip right past his leg. 14 seconds left in the second period. Gabe Sova looks one way. He's getting some pressure from Desmadrel. It's going to be hard for Catholic Central to make anything happen now before the buzzer. 5 seconds to go in the period. Cross-ring pass. Nate Sova wants to take that challenge on, but couldn't take the pass cleanly. And the buzzer sounds, ending the second period of play. Still a minute and 20 seconds to go on the second Catholic Central power play of the day. They'll have a chance to take the lead when we come back for the start of the third period. We'll take a 12-minute break here for an ice cut and a resurface, and we'll rev it up for the final period of the weekend, at least regulation period. I shouldn't speak so soon. 1-1, De La Salle versus Grand Rapids Catholic Central from the Southside Ice Arena. Stay right here on Cougar Puck Radio for the conclusion of this one. Third period on the way from the Southside Ice Arena. This is Matt Gajtka, and this is Cougar Puck Radio on your Saturday afternoon. First full weekend of 2022. Hope you're enjoying it. Of course, this is a big part of your weekend, I'm sure. And if any De La Salle fans are checking out the action, thank you for doing so. Of course, we're wishing for a result that you probably don't want, but hey, that's how sports go. Power play to start this third period for Catholic Central. Kuykendall flags down this clearing attempt. Kuykendall on it, looking to get his first goal in 6 games after scoring 11 in his first 8. Kuykendall's the big body near the net right now, and he takes this puck behind the goal. Bodied off the puck there by Jansen. Mulvey helps it along. On to Nate Sova. Back to Mulvey. Schweigert's out by the line. 42 seconds left on the power play. Schweigert shooting deflected by Kuykendall just wide of the net. That was the chance there. Kuykendall rep try in front of the goal. Mulvey couldn't turn it over. Over to Nate Sova. Dumps to the corner and driven out of there by Michael Bucci for De La Salle. 1-1 your score. A goal in the first for De La Salle. A goal in the second for Catholic Central. Lawrence for De La Salle and Westrick his first for Catholic Central. 11 seconds left on this power play. It's the second of the afternoon for CC. Watt, second unit's out there, but the puck comes loose for Brendan Stobnick. Stobnick to the outside, makes the pass across, a shot! I don't know what that hit. It went wide of the net from right out in front. Des Madrill was wide open and with plenty of momentum moving forward. That might hit the post, I'm not even sure, but it went away from Trent Goheen. I know that. If he made a save, I apologize. I just couldn't tell. Power play is over, so this will be icing against the Pilots. Well, speaking of replay, I'm going to have to take a second look at that one after the game. Goheen was stretched out. He was trying to come across and make a spectacular save. I'm not sure he needed to, though. The way that puck deflected to the corner, I want to say it was off the post, but it didn't make a sound that I could hear. Interesting. Close call. Short-handed chance for De La Salle. Doesn't lead to a goal, fortunately, for CC. And here's Goheen on the fresh ice. Spins that one off the body of Wormuth and shot right on goal by Heilman. Goheen had to make a save there on his own turnover. Jansen parading down the wall, now in behind. Jansen wanted to center it. It hit Goheen, who couldn't freeze it. Swung right out in front of the net by Lawrence and cleared to the side by Berta. He gets there again and backhands it to safety. Kuykendall drags it. He's one-on-one against Jake Gangola. Grant Kuykendall, 11 goals and 13 points on the year, but he lost this puck as Gangola checked him off it. Jax Van Ittersum, lead pass, intercepted by Kwiatkowski, but he gave it right back to the Pilots. And Jake Gangola, one more time. He'll shoot around. Goheen couldn't stop it. He tries to get back to the net, and the wrister from Keegan James missed everything. 14 and a half minutes to go in the third period, 1-1. This cross-state matchup, Liam Watt called for the high stick on the puck. That'll send the face-off back into Catholic Central territory. De La Salle coached by Sean Clark, assisted by Ian Cicchini, Jacob DeSano, Tom Peck, and Nick Stefani. Catholic Central led by Mike Slobodnik in his 11th season. Behind the bench, Joel Kwiatkowski, Mike Moss, and Josh Stella are his assistants. Catholic Central trying to make it 2 wins in less than 24 hours. They downed Jenison, did the Cougars, 3-2 last night on the road at Georgetown. Griff's Georgetown, I should say. Nate Sova redirects this ahead. Ben Vanderdonk left it there. Watt will center it right through a vacant crease, top of the crease. Hunter Hoberg, number 87 for De La Salle. Feeds it ahead. James Berlotti on the attack right in front of the net. And out to smother Goheen on Bololi's chance. I'm not even sure if Bololi got a shot away legitimately, but it was off his body in some form or fashion. And right on net. Probably would have counted if it would have gone in. 13:49 left in the third. This is the last home game for Catholic Central until they host Saginaw Heritage in 13 days. That'll be another 2-game weekend. Saginaw Heritage and Midland Dow come calling on back-to-back days on the 21st and 22nd, Friday-Saturday deal there. Emerging to try to shoot that Vanderdonk, and that was blocked Out with it come the Cougars. Outwater plays it ahead. I thought he was ahead of the red line, but apparently not. That's icing against the home side. So after this 3-game week, just 1 game next week, Catholic Central at Forest Hills Central at Patterson, 8 o'clock next Saturday, 8 o'clock start. That's the return to the road for a team that will play 5 of its next 7 away from home. Trying to take advantage here of the home game. Heilman wants to spoil the party, but he couldn't guide that home for De La Salle right in front of the net. Heilman's been sniffing it tonight, so has Gangola. Keegan James has been right there in some offensive spots for the Pilots. There's a chance from the sidewall for Westrick, the goal scorer in this game, but that's melted down by Vanderdonk. Catholic Central in the white, De La Salle in the purple. Catholic Central trying to get back above 500. They come into today at 6-6-1 after the win last night. De La Salle is 10-2. Their only losses to Detroit Catholic Central and Trenton. Westrick wanted to kick it along, but Robert Vanderdonk took it. Vanderdonk ahead for Stabnik. Stabnik across for a shot from Desmadrel. That's off the blocker hand of Goheen. Desmadrel couldn't get to the rebound there as it fluttered into the slot. Robert Vanderdonk to the front, and Stabnik tried to get a shot off, but it didn't get through. Gabe Sova, 1-on-3, lost control of the puck, so he simply shoots in deep. Gangola up this near wing. Vanderdonk couldn't get it moving north. De La Salle's got to try again. Gangola again. Settles in behind his net. Van Ittersum off the wall with it. Bucci guides it further. Van Ittersum on the overlap with 12 minutes to go in the third. Colton Fuqua kicks it forward. The puck ends up in the corner of the Catholic Central end, near side. Kwiatkowski played it just past Fuqua. Fuqua again centering, comes loose, wrister, and it never got through, blocked by Watt from Van Ittersum, but a penalty is coming against Catholic Central. Cougars just couldn't get out of their zone cleanly, ends up biting them there in the form of a penalty. Van Ittersum had a glorious chance between the circles. Too much traffic in front. Watt is called for the cross-check. 11:55 to go in the third. Fourth power play for De La Salle, which came into today with a conversion rate of about 26%. The jam up after the draw, and it'll come free for Jansen on the far wing side. Jansen clears it behind the net. Lawrence, who has the goal in this game for the Pilots, out to the line. Gangola, far side, and Jansen wristing off a Goheen rebound. He made another save. Trent Goheen's got a couple of spectacular stops, and that's cleared by Catholic Central. Another great save shorthanded. Goheen's the reason that the Cougars are level in this game right now. Jansen pulls up. Jacob Jansen to the middle, still has it, now to the doorstep, and pushed wide by Van Ittersum. He was checked off the puck, but he gets it back, does Jax Van Ittersum. To Jake Gangola, cross rink, Jansen. Gangola, one touch over here to Heilman. Heilman's wrister blocked by Ian Schweigert to the end wall. 1:10 to go on the penalty to Liam Watt. Cougars couldn't clear to the line. This is Heilman going cross rink, open man there, score. Jax Van Ittersum rips it short side on the cross seam pass, and the Pilots have their second lead of the afternoon. For Van Ittersum, his first goal of the season. Hard to believe that with how much he's been around the puck. Number 33 buries it on the cross ring dish on the power play, and for the first time this weekend, Catholic Central has allowed a power play goal. It was their 10th time trying to kill off a penalty over this 2-game stretch. And the first time they haven't been able to do so. Give Heilman the assist, also Gangola a secondary. And now the Cougars have to come from behind. Yeah. 2-1 De La Salle. Sometimes you got to tip your cap to a power play. In that case, the Pilots made the play, and they buried the shot. As Goheen did all he could to get across, just couldn't quite make another outstanding save. There's only so much you can ask your goalie to do in certain situations. Jax Van Edersum, and now Kwiatkowski can't get it by Robert Vanderdonk on the far wing side. Held in the offensive zone by Colton Fuqua. So with 10 minutes to go, the Cougars need a goal to tie this one up. It's past Nate Sova. Drive from the outside by Berlotti. That missed everything. Watt wants to chip it along. Watt out of the penalty box now after the power play conversion for De La Salle. Berlotti for the boys in purple. Goes cross ring to Jansen. On the shoot in. Goheen knocks it behind his net. Good little play there to find Kwiatkowski. Now Nemesek having some trouble collecting that puck. It's off the backside of Preston Berta, who has to chase and battle in the corner against Jonathan Miller. Still the fight continues, 2-on-2. And Jansen from the point hammers that one on the one time, but missed to the right. From the near side, Berlotti couldn't come off the wall with it. Now a shot from Heilman was blocked in front by Kwiatkowski, who made himself big. Nemesek relays it through to center, and Nate Sova just got to go off for a change. Quick transition for the Pilots. Heilman, 1-on-5 though, and he couldn't quite make the play, but it still stays in the Cougars zone. A stick from Lawrence. Taps it over to Heilman, shooting, save Goheen with the blocker hand. 8:50 left in the third period. Cougars down a goal, second time they've trailed this afternoon. Gangola turned that one over, or nearly did, but apparently a penalty is coming up against Catholic Central. I think it's going to be against Gabe Sova. Here comes the goaltender, Vanderdonk, off for an extra attacker. Van Edersum, who just scored the goal, couldn't control the puck at center, and there's the whistle with 8:27 to go in the third period, and Catholic Central about to go short once again. Well, for all my praise for the penalty kill, you don't want to be short 11 times in a weekend, which is the level we've reached here for Catholic Central. Sova in the box. Tripping's the call. Off the face-off end, well, hey, speaking of tripping, one of the Pilots just tripped Grant Kuykendall, so that power play is over after 6 seconds.
Either one was a penalty. Figure it out.
Just the third penalty committed by De La Salle this afternoon. This one's against Brandon Stabnick. So we'll skate 4-on-4, which I think is okay for Catholic Central. When you're trailing, you'd rather have some of that open ice. A lot easier to control play when it's 5-on-5 if you're the team trying to guide it home, which De La Salle is in that position right now. Gangola with a head up, skates into the O zone. Of course, De La Salle's a dangerous squad, coming into today averaging nearly 4 goals per game, outscoring their opponents 49-14. We'll make it now 51-15 on the season. They haven't been challenged much, but the Cougars are doing that this afternoon. Robert Vanderdonk, the pass to the middle, and Kuykendall had it broken up, but he couldn't quite get to that loose puck at center ice with Jacob Jansen shunting it back in. 1:20 remaining on the 4-on-4 situation. It'll just be a very brief power play for Catholic Central on the back end. They'll have to work on scoring 4-on-4 here. And they still have an opportunity, even though Heilman guns it into their zone. Henry Holloman cleared it around, but there's Jansen again. Speaking of playing half the game, I was talking about Kwiatkowski earlier regarding last night. Jacob Jansen, I'm not sure he's left the ice this afternoon. We're in the C for De La Salle. Berlotti has it poked off his stick by Kuykendall, but the Cougars need a line change. Berlotti goes ahead with this one as the Cougars try to get that jailbreak going off the bench. They do get 4 fresh bodies on. They took a chance and they pulled it off. High shot from Jansen, flagged down by Goheen, and handed off to Berta. Berta to Mulvey. He's got an open man near side. That's Nate Sova. Nate Sova wristing, save by Vanderdonk. He knocked it down, didn't grab it cleanly, but it doesn't matter as he's able to hold it atop his crease. 6:51 left in the third. 2-1 lead for De La Salle. 24 seconds remaining on the penalty to Gabe Sova. His brother Nate is out there with Ryder Mulvey in this 4-on-4 situation. Berta takes the face-off win from Mulvey. Berta's shot save, and the rebound was available but cleared away by the Pilots. On the chase, Henry Kwiatkowski peeling back and saucering one ahead. A good pass to Mulvey, but ran right into resistance in the form of Michael Bucci. Blasted wide of the Cougars' net. Down to 2 seconds to go, and Gabe Sova's out of the box, but soon to come out of the box himself, Brandon Stabnick. And he will for De La Salle. It's 5-on-5. So make it 0 for 3 on the power play for Catholic Central this afternoon, although that one hardly should count, you would imagine. Des Madrill shooting wide of the net, and Goheen, well, he pinned it there Dominic Hasek style with the blocker hand. That was interesting. A lot of ways to get it done if you want to get a whistle, and you're a goaltender. 6:04 left in the third. Well, Trent Goheen's been strong. Really, goaltending this weekend has not been a concern for Catholic Central. But they trail. They're looking at a split if they drop this one to De La Salle on the weekend. This week started with a 3-2 overtime loss to rink rival Byron Center. A blast from near the point by Berlotti. That hit a body and went to the end wall. Kept in again by Jansen. I feel like I've been repeating myself over and over again there. Front of the net, chance, and a save by Goheen on Heilman. My goodness. Goheen vying for first star of the game honors at this point. Even though his team trails at 2-1, Seton Heilman bidding for goal number 8, but denied. 5:44 is showing on the clock. It's been a good one. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We'd love to see another goal for the guys in white for sure. But a good test for Catholic Central. We knew that coming in too. Jonathan Miller couldn't glove this puck down for De La Salle. Strong check from Henry Holloman sent Fuqua flying. Right in on the De La Salle goal, Vanderdonk knocked it away from his net. Gabe Sova over to Holloman for the shoot around. Vanderdonk, he's been good, just handling that puck, no nonsense behind his net, hasn't turned it over. Keegan James, in fact, the Cougars might want to try a softer dump into a corner to get away from him. He's like a third defenseman at times. Icing here against the Pilots, 5:09 remaining. Well, can the Cougars pull off the comeback here? They've been playing from ahead lately in a couple of recent third periods this week. They carried 2-0 leads into the third period in each of their last 2 games. Byron Center came back and won an OT. Last night, the Cougars outlasted Jenison 3-2. Different complexion here. They started the period tied 1-1, now down 2-1. On the power play goal from Jax Van Ittersum, that's the deciding tally right now. Gangola, this is a delayed offside. I don't think that Ryder Mulvey heard the linesman yelling off, 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 so this might actually bring the face-off all the way back into Catholic Central real estate. It will. Ruled to be intentional offside, even though I'm not sure there was any intent there. That's just how the call goes. If you don't tag up, then the face-off comes back and you're in. That's just the rules of the game. Mulvey couldn't clear that. Watt lost control. Heilman dusts it off and shoots. And Goheen made a shoulder save on that one. Another chance off the post from Lawrence, bidding for his second of the day. So the Pilots keep pushing. They're keeping the pedal down, trying to get a third. Couldn't do it, though. Cougars are still alive in this one. And a penalty's on the way. And it's going to be against De La Salle. The referee on the near side, his arm is in the air. And it's about to be touched by James Berlotti. That draws the whistle. Roughing the penalty. Wow, so lack of discipline late here from De La Salle gives Catholic Central a chance. And Heilman is the one who's going to head off. I don't have to tell you this is an important power play. The Cougars grateful to have the chance. And Westrick, who has today's goal, lone goal for Catholic Central, he'll take this face-off against Colton Fuqua. They tie it up, and the Cougars have control behind the net. Here's Watt on the handoff. Braylon Outwater scored a goal last night, his first in 9 games. To the point, Nemesek, who's been good on the power play this year as well. It's out to him again. Nemesek, a couple of power play goals on the year. 6 total for him, in fact. Behind the net, back in front of the goal, and shoved out of there by Keegan James of De La Salle. 30 seconds gone on this power play. Maybe the last great chance for Catholic Central to tie this one up again. Schweigert navigating to the left wing. Wrists it around the horn. Nemesek lost his edge, and it hops into the bench of De La Salle. I think it was off of a pilot last. I guess we'll find out. Or we'll get the official's best guess. No, this will be outside the zone, off of a Catholic Central stick. Mulvey and Kuykendall, Nate Sova out there, along with Gabe Sova and Wormuth. It's a 5-forward power play for Mike Slobodnik. Wormuth at the point, shot it just wide as he drifted it there. Rebound chance for Kuykendall, couldn't stuff it home at the post. Wormuth goes cross rink. Here's a one-time chance for Nate Sova, couldn't get anything on it. Mulvey pins down a body, and it's cleared past Wormuth at the right point. Down to 50 seconds to go on the power play. Goheen, long lead pass. Kuykendall tapped it to this near board. Mulvey jams it ahead. Under 3 to go in regulation time. Nate Sova stops it there. Sova in the corner. Lost control of the puck. That's Lawrence, but the Cougars battle to get it back. It's Gabe Sova. Pass out to the point. Wormuth couldn't get it there, and now Fuqua's going to have a breakaway from 90 feet. Fuqua in, and he scores. The turnover, and Colton Fuqua might have just polished this one off with a shorthanded goal with 2:35 left in the third. A power play goal and a shorthanded goal for De La Salle in this final frame. Has them up 3-1. Forehand snapshot went over the blocker of Goheen. And remember, he's a right-handed catching goalie, so in this case, the right-handed shot might have an advantage there. And Fuqua might have recognized that and put it over the blocker hand. Power play will continue for another 24 seconds. Well, it's been a special teams type of game in these final 2 periods. And De La Salle comes up with a conversion on the power play and a shorthanded goal. 8 combined penalties in the final 2 periods, and I guess this one's still not over yet. So with 2:26 left, it's taken the air out of this place. Colton Fuqua, his 3rd goal of the year. And the first shorthanded goal of the season as well for the Pilots overall in their 13th game. This is game 14 for Catholic Central. Gabe Sova working behind the net. Held in by Holloman. Wristed, blocked again. Might be a 2-on-1 back for the Pilots. Lawrence, who has a goal today. Lawrence shot it and just feathered that one in on Goheen, who gobbles it up. 1:59 left in the third, but the power play is over. Catholic Central 0 for 4, really 0 for 3. That one power play only lasted about 6 seconds. I'll keep an eye on Trent Goheen. We'll see if Mike Slobodnik wants to make a push with an extra attacker. Watt couldn't get that puck out. Wristed from the line by Keegan James off the blocker of Goheen. Mulvey, that would have been offside, but the puck cleared anyway by De La Salle. Goheen looked back, turned all the way around to take a look at the clock behind him. There's only one clock here, and it's behind the Catholic Central net right now. Vanderdonk slides out of his crease, sucks that one up, and gets the whistle. 1:33 left. And here comes Goheen for the extra attacker as Coach Slobodnik uses the offensive zone faceoff as an opportunity to add a 6th attacker. The personnel for Catholic Central: Wormuth, Kuykendall, Berta, Kwiatkowski, Nemesek and Outwater. Wormuth goes sideways with this draw, and it's taken first by Jansen. He couldn't quite clear. Cougars trying to bog it down in the O zone, and that's off the stick of Nemesek and out of play. That jumped over the De La Salle bench. So the Pilots on the verge of improving to 11-2 and sweeping this weekend trip out here to West Michigan. They beat Byron Center 4-3 last night in overtime, surviving a late Bulldogs rally. Catholic Central, barring a big-time comeback here, will split the weekend. It's not over yet, though. Nemesek, with 90 seconds left, swirls it behind the net. It's Kuykendall on it. Kuykendall goes back against the grain here into the rear of the net where there are plenty of bodies tied up right now. Wormuth hammers it free. Back to Wormuth there on the quick exchange with Nemesek. Schweiger tried to shoot, and it was blocked on the way in the faceoff circle. Empty net down to our right. Robert Vanderdonk. He's got 9 goals on the year, looking for a 10th, but his backhand from an impossible angle skitters wide of the goal. Now right back out in front, under a minute to play. In fact, under 50 seconds to play. Schweiger set sail through the neutral zone. His shoot-in was interrupted by Brandon Stabnik. It'll be taken now by Berlotti. His backhand finds Stabnik, who jams it out to center ice again. 35 seconds to go. Cougars working with an extra attacker and an empty net. Ripped in by Kuykendall. Tapped from Jansen off the stick of Wormuth, out of play into the screen. 24 seconds remaining. And we'll take a timeout here. Catholic Central wants to talk it over. Keeping hope alive. Looking at the rest of the schedule for Catholic Central, home games remaining. Saginaw Heritage, Midland Dow on the 21st and 22nd of January. Then a long time between home games. It'll go all the way until February 11th before they host West Ottawa. So 2 home games in January left. February the 11th against West Ottawa. That's a Friday night. And then to close the season, the regular season that is, Saturday, February 19th, a home tilt 2 p.m. start against Livonia Churchill. Another Eastern Michigan team comes to the Southside Ice Arena in that case. All right, last call, 24.4 seconds remaining. The PA man trying to inspire the Cougars with a little journey, as you might be able to hear over my microphone. Heilman on the draw for De La Salle against the Cougars' Andrew Wormuth, the senior. And Heilman will turn around and spin this one down the ice and just wide of the net. That's icing. So we'll face it off again 6 seconds later. Wormuth, one more try here. Trying to get the jump. Linesman wasn't going to drop it right away, and now he does. It's won by the Pilots. Gangola drove it around. Weird bounce off the partition. Came right out to the high slot. Now hacking away is Nate Sova right out in front of the net, and Wormuth couldn't get the shot off. It was blocked. Behind the net, Nate Sova bumps into Kuykendall. Wormuth shovels it down to 2 seconds, and De La Salle picks up the 3-1 road win this afternoon. The Cougars get a goal from Zach Westrick and plenty of great saves from Trent Goheen, but just couldn't get that second goal to push it across the line and tie this one up before the shorty from De La Salle ice this one with about 3 minutes to go in the game. Make it 2.5 minutes to go. So for De La Salle, the goal scorers, Lawrence, Van Ittersum, and Fuqua. Like I mentioned, for Catholic Central, Zach Westrick scored an even strength goal off assist for me and Schweigert and Nolan Nemesek. And that's it as far as the scoring is concerned. Special teams, De La Salle ends up going 1 for 5 on the power play. The game-winning goal scored by Van Ittersum early in that third period. And then the shorthanded goal tacked on as well from Fuqua. So that's how this one wound up at 3-1. Thank you for watching Cougar Puck Radio. If you're a first-time viewer, remember to like and subscribe. Or if you're not a first-time viewer, remember to like and subscribe so you know when we're going live with our game broadcast. It's been my pleasure to bring you all 3 games this week. The 3-2 overtime loss to Byron Center, the 3-2 win against Jenison last night on the road, and right back here at the Southside rink for this one, which was a competitive game, a good test for Catholic Central, but they come up a couple of goals short to De La Salle Collegiate, which sweeps the weekend. They beat Byron Center and they beat Catholic Central. That's a solid result, solid couple of results for Sean Clark's team. Next time we'll be on the air, well, it won't be too long. It'll be a week from tonight. It'll be from Patterson Ice Arena, one of my favorite spots in all of Grand Rapids, whether to skate or call a game for that matter, as we'll see Forest Hills Central for the first and only time in the regular season. That's the only game of next week. So keep it right here for more updates. I'll have the highlight reel from this one as well as Jenison up later in the weekend too. Thanks to Lynn Sova for running the camera. He did a wonderful job all week, even though he's watching his 2 boys compete. I don't envy him, but he's a good soldier for sure, good teammate, and I thank him, as always, for his hard work this year in helping to get these broadcasts set up and over the air. And thanks again to all of you for watching as well, checking things out. I've gotten so many nice remarks from folks about just the utility of these broadcasts and the fact that they help make Cougar hockey more accessible for you. So that's the whole point here, and I'm glad to help do that. One more time from Byron Center and the Southside Ice Arena, this is Matt Gajtka saying your final score. De La Salle Collegiate 3 and Grand Rapids Catholic Central 1. We'll talk to you next Saturday from Patterson for another night